first, I want to say, call Allah. That's all honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God in the name of His only begotten Son's name, who the only calls Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come in and week out, day in and day out, man, to prophesy the downfall of America, as well as to let you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that you are God's chosen people, the chosen people that are supposed to represent Him properly, man. So with that, I'm going to get into this powerful lesson on how we're the chosen people and how to represent the Most High God properly, man, and how to save yourself from punishment and pain and distress that can come upon you, man. The Most High God gave you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians the blueprint on how to live in this earth to avoid punishment. He gave you the blueprint to make yourself prosperous and to have a peaceful community with and a peaceful relationship with one another, man. So it's time for us to understand what we need to do and who we are. But that first comes into play of recognizing what we're doing that God doesn't want us to do, man. And what He doesn't want us to do is walk around calling ourselves Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That's not what He called us. He called us the children of Israel, Yashar Allah, the princes of the power, man. That's who you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians are. You guys are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, man. So let's get into it. Go ahead and give me that. This is the book of Isaiah, 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet. It said to cry aloud, spare not, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet. That's what God told the mighty righteous prophet Isaiah in old times, to cry aloud. Go and plead with your people, man, and spare not. Don't spare their emotions and their feelings. If they're doing things that's toxic and that will destroy themselves, tell them that they're doing these things. Tell them to repent from them, man, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet. Speak in authority. Just like the trumpet has authority in Israel to let you know when the new moon is or when war is coming upon us or what we need to do, that's how you Israelites are supposed to be speaking, man. Especially Israelites that has woken up in this truth. You're supposed to be speaking in the authority that the Most High God has given you, man. And that's the law, statutes, and commandments and the Qurash Rakah that we were given through a Mashiach Malak Yahushai, who we call Jesus Christ, man. So we're out here to speak God's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to heal our people from their toxicity, from their toxic ways, to heal them and give them the motivation that they need to cast away all their sins, iniquities, transgressions, and unexpedient ways, man. Go ahead and keep reading. And show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sin. And we're out here to show you your toxic ways, man. Just like Isaiah was sent to show the nation of Israel their toxic ways, their sins, iniquities, transgressions, and unexpedient ways. We're out here to do the same. We're here to heal the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community and give them the healing that they need, which is their identity, their God, their law, statutes, and commandments, which is the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and the law, statutes, and commandments that the Most High God has given to the Israelites, which is the culture of you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to guide you guys to live right, man, to guide you guys to avoid punishment and distress and pain, man. It's time for us to wake up to who we really are and move in a real and move in a healthy and beneficial way. Let me slow down. Go ahead. The book of 2nd Ezra is chapter 7 and verse 21. For God had given straight commandment to such as came, what they will do to live. God gave straight commandments to such as came. The Most High God gave us straight instructions to the Israelites. You know what I'm saying? To you Black Hispanics and Native Indians, man. And He gave these instructions through Moses, man, through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Through all the mighty righteous prophets of old, especially through who you entered and called Jesus Christ, real name Yahweh Shai. Go ahead. Even as they came and what they should observe to avoid punishment. What they should do to avoid punishment. Read it one more time. Even as they came and 2nd Ezra chapter 7 verse 21. For God hath given straight commandment to such as came, what they shall do to live. Even as they came and what they should observe to avoid punishment. So the Most High God gave you a way on how you're supposed to live so that you could avoid punishments that can come upon you, man. If you have wisdom on how to evaluate situations and how to move, you'll escape a whole bunch of bad situations that you've already went through, man. It's time for you to get this wisdom, this knowledge, and understanding so that you could avoid toxic people, toxic ways, and toxic behaviors, man. And these laws, statutes, and commandments teaches you the ways of life. And the ways of life are not toxic. The ways of life are health, are beneficial, that will guide you to wealth, man. That will guide you to peace, that will guide you to having a beautiful society and a beautiful relationship with one another, man. So it's time for you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians to recognize how to recognize what sin is so you can recognize that you truly need to repent from within. And sin is breaking the commandments of God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's First John chapter, what is it? First John chapter 4, First John chapter 3, verse 4, man. It speaks about the wages of sin is the breaking of the commandments, man. So it's time for you guys to wake up and realize what sin is so you can stop doing things that is going to cause you to death, man. Stop living like the Caucasian race, man. Stop living like the Edomite race. Stop living like these heathens that live in toxic ways that destroy them. It's time for you to come back to following how your ancient ancestors used to move. Come back to following how Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was told to move, which is to follow law, statutes, and commandments, so you can come to life, so you can avoid punishment. Matter of fact, give me Baruch chapter 4, verse 1 real quick. You already saw it. All right, go to verse 94. The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, and the law that endureth forever. This is the book of the commandments of God. You Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, the Bible, the Biblios, is your history book and your instructions that came from God. Since you are his chosen people, he gave you instructions. And his instructions is going to endure forever. It's always going to be good for you to love your brother and be patient with him. It's always going to be good for you not to sleep with your brother's wife and not to covet what he has. All these things can heal our community. It's always going to be good for you guys not to lie to one another, man. So these instructions is the way of life, man. Go ahead. All they that keep it shall come to life. Everybody that keeps these laws, statutes, and commandments, especially you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, all you that keep these laws, statutes, and commandments will come to life. You'll realize what living really is. Living is not walking down the street having to worry about if your neighbor is going to kill you or steal something from you, man. That's not living. Living is not living to where you got to ride down the street and hope that the cops don't blow your brains out, man. Living ain't to where you got to feel like you need weed to go to sleep or you need drugs to escape reality. That's not living, man. But living is following God's law, statutes, and commandments. That's right. So where you don't have to worry about your brother sitting over here trying to steal your woman from you or kill you or steal things from you, man. You ain't got to worry about the heathens having power over you to gun you down at a rapid rate, man. Right. That's true living. True living is God's law, statutes, and commandments that you need to apply to your life, man. So you Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, come back to life by applying God's law, statutes, and commandments that makes you live right. Go ahead. But such as leave it shall die. Such as leave God's commandments die. How you doing, sis? You believe in God? Sis, you believe in God? You don't believe in God? Oh, you don't speak English? Viva IT? IT, yeah, that's right. You have a good one, though. Such as leave it shall die, man. You Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians have died and have been living in death, man, for 400 plus years, man, because you want to follow the ways of death. It says the wages of sin is death. And that's what we see in our community at a rapid rate. Brothers overdosing by wanting to do witchcraft, by doing them drugs and that fentanyl and stuff, man, to try to escape reality when you can't escape reality. It's right before you. The only way you're going to get out of Satan's reality is to come back to God's reality, which is his law, statutes, and commandments. But we see our people don't want to come to God's reality. They rather stay in America's reality, to where they're sitting over there doing drugs, killing one another, wanting to sleep with each other, loving the LGBTQ, all of these things that make you live like a wild animal without no home training. It's time for us to stop doing these things, because that's what death is. All the ways that you conduct yourself in that you learn from America is death. Can't nobody tell me that the ways of America doesn't lead to death. Smoking cigarettes leads to death. Right. Having anger issues lead to death. Right. A man sleeping with another man causes death. You know what I'm saying? A woman sleeping with another woman causes death. You know what I'm saying? Us wanting to fight each other causes death. All these things. And that's all you see in America. In the movies, it's nothing but war, chaos, and pain. You know what I'm saying? In reality, when you walk down the street, all you see is war, chaos, and pain. Somebody wanting to record how this person is fighting that person or this person arguing with this person. All these things is death. Hey, what's up, G? How you doing, brother? You believe in God? Yeah. Hey, man, chop it up with me about God. Show me something real quick, man. Give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes, brother. God brings you to life. God gives you 24 hours a day. We can at least give him 2 minutes to have a conversation about him. What's up, little man? How you feeling, man? You believe in God? How much you believe in God if you don't mind me asking? A lot. How much would you say is a lot if you don't mind me asking? Matter of fact, I'll give you a scenario. Do you believe in God enough to put down something that makes you feel good that he doesn't want you to do? Most definitely. What What do you know about God, if you don't mind me asking? Right. You try to get back into it now? What would you think that it's beneficial to go off of what somebody says, or is it more beneficial to go off of what somebody says, or is it more beneficial for you to read and figure out what you need to do? Most definitely. Give me second Timothy. Second Timothy 2:15. That's lucky. What's your name, brother? Huh? Trill? Trill. I said that right? Bayan, man. It's a pleasure meeting you, man. I appreciate you having some courage to sit back and talk about God in the sight of everybody. A lot of people ain't got courage like that, man. All right, the book of Second Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto God. Study to show thyself approved unto God. So if we want to be accepted by God, we got to study about him. You know, if a lot of people say they got a relationship with God, but they don't know what God likes or what he doesn't like because they don't study about him. You know what I'm saying? Can somebody say they love you if they don't know what you like or what you don't like? No, they got to study you. They got to know Trail. You know what I'm saying? Trail don't like when you come at me this way, but I like when you come at me this way. You know what I'm saying? So we got to study about our living God. We can't let some pastor or somebody else teach it to us. We got to study it for ourselves. That's how we show God we really love him, because we're showing him on our day-to-day basis off of us studying that we're trying to get to know him through who he is. What's up, God? Always running like Flash, man. Go ahead. Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. You're a workman, Trill. What's your dad's ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking? African American, right? Where do you see yourself on the sign? Right here is what they called us in America, but right here is what God called us. Which one of these out of these 12 tribes would you be labeled as on the sign? What's that say right there? Huh? Huh? Judah. Judah, man. You know what I'm saying? Give me Hebrews. Hold what you got and give me Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. It's Judah, right? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we got to study because you're a workman. What we're doing up here is to let Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians know that they're God's chosen people by bloodline. This ain't a spiritual thing. Just because God created everybody doesn't mean they're his chosen people. You know what I'm saying? Say, for instance, you created multiple shoes, but you got your favorite shoes out of all those things you created. God created multiple nations on the earth, but he has his favorite creation that he made. And that would be the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the Israelites that the Bible speaks of. You would be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, more than likely, man. And that's a powerful thing to be, man. This is why it's powerful. You there? This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah. You know who the Lord is? God. You know who the Lord is? Who's the Lord? Who do they call the Lord? What's that? Who has your grandma said the Lord is? Try not to think too deep. Just let it out. First thought that comes. It was a long time ago. Would you say Jesus is Lord? Huh? Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying that it's evident that our Lord is talking about Jesus. It's evident that Jesus, who ignorantly called Jesus, his real name is Yahushua. But it's evident that Jesus, Yahushua, sprang out of Judah. Sprang out of Judah. He came from Judah, man. You know what I'm saying? Your great ancestor is Jesus Christ by bloodline, and he came from the tribe of Judah. You know, this brother's from the tribe of Levi. You know what I'm saying? That brother's from the tribe of Gad. Me and these three brothers from the tribe of Judah. We come from the most powerful tribe, if you ask me. I ain't gonna say all, but I think we the most powerful tribe because Jesus came from our tribe. You know what I'm saying? So how does that make you feel to know that your big brother, your great ancestor is Jesus Christ by bloodline? That feel good, right? Now I got one question for you. Out of these pictures right here, which one is Jesus Christ? The one in the middle, right? That's what most people teach us. That's why grandma taught us good old white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Taught us who Jesus is. Hold on, OG, hold on. Wrong one, man. See, this is why we got to get this wisdom. This wisdom that God gives us, it'll make us make better decisions so that we don't find ourselves in positions like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wish, how do you? I wish I knew this wisdom when I was your age. I would have stayed. I wouldn't have got stabbed up. I wouldn't have been locked up in jail at times. You know what I'm saying? I would have made better decisions on what women I would have dealt with, man. So it's a beautiful thing. But with that being said, give me Revelations. Revelations chapter what is it? Revelations chapter 113. Salakia. So we're going to see. In the Bible, it speaks about what Jesus looks like. You know what I'm saying? It has a description of our great-great-grandfather, man. Our great-great ancestry. You know what I'm saying? So we got to recognize what this description is, man. So who's there? You there? Okay, God, go ahead and get this. Now we're going to play a game. You ever seen, baseball? You know about baseball? 3 strikes, you out? We're going to see if we're going to play 3 strikes. If this dude gets 3 strikes, he can't be the guy. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 13 and down. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man. Son of Man is who they call Jesus Christ, in the midst of his people. When it says the 7 candlesticks, it's talking about he was in the midst of his people. You know what I'm saying? And he was the Son of Man, which is Jesus Christ. Go ahead. Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. This can't be a spiritual being because he's saying he had a garment on. He had clothes on all the way down to his foot, right? Go ahead. And girded about the paps with a golden girdle. He had a championship belt on, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he came back conquering all nations. So he came back in warlike apparel, you know what I'm saying, and had that championship belt. Go ahead. His head and his hairs were white like wool. It said the head on his hairs were white like wool. So first it's talking about his texture. First it's talking about his hair was woolly. Who has woolly hair on this earth? Huh? What ethnicity of people have woolly hair on this earth? You don't know what wool is? Huh? What's wool? Huh? Material. What animal walks around with wool? Sheep. Sheep have woolly hair. You ever seen a sheep? All right, so what type of people have the same hair as a sheep on this earth? Do white people have the same hair as a sheep? Do Chinese? East Indians? So who has the hair of a sheep? Huh? Yeah, look at your hair. You got sheep's hair on your head right now, man. Woolly hair. You know what I'm saying? So you look at this dude, he got blonde, stringy hair. So that's strike 1. That's already showing that that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. As white as snow. And it said it was as white as snow. You ever seen an old man how he get gray hairs everywhere? It's talking about his hair was woolly and he had gray hair. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a lot of wisdom off of the things he already went through and the knowledge that God gave him, right? Go ahead. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. And it says his eyes was a flame of fire, right? So look, we already got strike 1 on this guy. He has blonde, stringy dog hair. He don't got white woolly hair, you know what I'm saying, like black people do. You know what I'm saying, like an old wise black man. You know what I'm saying? As well as his eyes was as a flame of fire. This guy's eyes is soft like a pedophile, like you're looking at your child and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, man. But it speaks about Christ's eyes was like a flame of fire. Now, let me help you understand what a flame of fire means. You ever heard that saying where somebody says, man, you got me heated? You know what I'm saying? What that mean? If I say you got me heated? Yeah, you got me mad. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying that Christ had a lot of passion and anger in his eyes. Why do you think Christ would have anger in his eyes? Now, this is why Christ would have anger in his eyes. Because 1, his people don't even know that they're his people. That's 1. You know what I'm saying? And 2, since his people don't know that they're his people, they're disrespecting his father. You know what I'm saying? By how they live and what they move. So that pisses him off too. And 3, he's mad because he looks at how society treats us. They gun us down at a rapid rate. They want to beat us till the cops come. You see that all the time, right? We sit over slaving in their job forces, but we can't even slide 50 cents in their store if we wanted to, right? You know what I'm saying? So these things is pissing God off. These things is pissing his son off. You know, it's pissing Jesus Christ off. Like, man, my people are getting gunned down and ain't nobody trying to help them out. Chinese people come over here and do them wrong. East Indians, Africans, whites, all these people are coming around doing my people wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's what's pissing him off. That's why there's passion and anger in his eyes, right? Go ahead. And his feet like unto fine brass. And it says his feet like fine brass. So 1, we already got 3 strikes. You know what I'm saying? 1, his hair is stringy dog hair. So that's strike 1. He ain't got passion in his eyes, no anger. He's just, hey, welcome all the little children like a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, it says his feet was like fine brass. Is your feet the same color as your whole body? Your feet ain't the same color as your whole body? Not the bottom, but the top. Is the top the same color as your whole thing? So it says his feet was like unto brass, right? You know what color brass is? Brass is brown. It's like copper, like a penny. You know what I'm saying? It's brown. Does this man have brown feet? No. So that's 3 strikes, he out, man. So who lied to us and told us that this was Jesus Christ, man? Then that's a question you got to ask yourself. I'll tell you who lied to us. It was it was this Caucasian race, the white people that wanted to identify as us. You know what I'm saying? It's like Kanye West and Kyrie Irving and a lot of Kendrick Lamar and all of these celebrities are waking up to realizing we're the real Jews. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the whole world knows, these white people in Israel is the real Jews. They're not the real Jews. They took our identity from us. They took our history from us and made it their story. They made Jesus Christ white. You know what I'm saying? They made King David white. They made everybody in the Bible white. But when you read in the Bible, it says King David was dark like me and you. It says Jesus Christ, as I'm reading right now, was dark like me and you. You know what I'm saying? So our parents come and feed us the same BS that they fed them. And we start to get these things. But the only way our parents fell for it is because they didn't study. Remember we just read, study to show yourself approved? If they would have studied, they would have came across this verse and realized, wait, he's not white. You know what I'm saying? They would have realized this is our history book. You know what I'm saying? So we got to wake up to what our history book is. Keep reading though. And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace. It said Jesus Christ's feet was like fine brass. It's not saying it was brass. It says it was like brass, meaning it was brown as if it burned in the furnace. Not saying it burned in the furnace, but like it burned in the furnace. Imagine taking a penny and burning it. It would get darker, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's saying that he was a dark-skinned man. You know, this is in the Bible, but ain't nobody teaching us this. You know what I'm saying? And we're just going off of what somebody tells us. Never go off of what anybody tells you, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get your right name right. It was Trey or Trio, right? Trio, yeah. Never go off of just what somebody tells you. Go and study it and read it for yourself and make sure you got facts to back up everything that comes out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be sitting over speaking BS and then somebody shows you, oh, that's a lie and I got the facts on it. That's going to make you feel stupid. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to go through that feeling like I had to go through. I had to go through that feeling and it's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? But keep reading. And his voice as the sound of many waters. His voice is the sound of many waters, meaning he had a very loud pitched voice, bass in his voice. What people just walk around loud? It's okay to say it. Black people, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We're just loud by nature. You know what I'm saying? But white people, they ain't loud by nature unless they drunk. You know what I'm saying? Africans, they get quieter and quieter the more they speak and the more they get mad. You know what I'm saying? Chinese people ain't loud like us. But you know, grandma be like, hey, Trio, come and give me this remote. You know what I'm saying? You think you're in trouble when you hear your name. But grandma ain't, she just speaking with passion. That's how we are. We speak with passion so much that it makes them get scared. You know what I'm saying? When they hear us just laughing and giggling, they think we coming for war. You know what I'm saying? That's how Christ's voice was. So if Christ is a dark-skinned man and he has traits that we have as far as having a loud pitched voice and stuff, what would that make us? That would make us just like him. And you know who he was? He was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. Just like you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. This is a beautiful thing to know, man. Because once his children recognize who they are, that's when we get rulership of the earth. You want rulership of the earth? Would you want to see your people on top setting all the boundaries and the rules? So now, off of you really wanting that, to show that you really want it, you got to get in and study about your ancestors. And your ancestors are in this Bible, man. Your ancestors have wrote in this Bible for you to wake up to knowing who you are and what you need to do, right? I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Give me drop everything you got. Give me Deuteronomy 10 verses 12. And you got that Psalms? Yeah. All right, hold that, and now I'm gonna end it off on the Psalms. What time is it, brother?
Now you got 10 more minutes.
Got you. I appreciate you giving me time too, Trill. My name's Bayan, by the way. You know what I'm saying? This is Malakia, you know what I'm saying? This is Tawab, this is Rakwayai on the end, and then that's this is Gabawar on this end. We're out here just trying to heal our people with the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding we need, man. So, and some of those knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is found in the first 5 books of the Bible, man. So I want you to start studying and soak this knowledge up. Go ahead. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee? So the Most High God is speaking to you through me. I'm just a vessel. Just like I'm speaking through this microphone, the Most High God is speaking through me to you to let you know you're an Israelite. Off of what I've told you right now, does it sound crazy or outlandish, or does it make sense? It makes sense, right? So with that being said, he's saying now, Israel, now that you have heard you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, same tribe as Jesus Christ, what does he require of you? He requires something of you. He wants you to do something. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee? But to fear the Lord thy God, he wants you to come back to fearing him. Not fear him like he's about to destroy you and kill you, even though he can do that, you know what I'm saying? But to respect him. That's what it means to fear him. Respect him enough to do what he says do, you know? To walk in all his ways and To walk in all his ways is how you respect him. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. And to love him. And to love him is to respect him and do what he said do. And to serve the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul. And with all your capability, you need to be trying your hardest every single day to do what he asked you to do on a day-to-day basis. Do you think you could do that? How do you figure out what he wants you to do? By reading and studying. Don't just go off of what Pastor Porkchop is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Feeding fat to you. You don't want to eat that fat. You want to eat the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High God. That's right. And with all thy heart, all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good. We got to keep these commandments for our what? For thy good. For our bad. For thy good. Because God's a control freak. For thy good. Because it's for our good. He told us to be long-suffering and patient with one another. Wouldn't that heal our community if we could be patient with one another and be there for each other? He said, don't let none of your brothers be homeless on the street or have no food in their mouth. Wouldn't we heal our community if we were sitting out looking out for one another like that? He said, don't lie to each other. Imagine how much niggas would still be alive if we didn't lie on one another or have gossip on each other, man. He said, don't just be out here one night standing your woman. If you have sex with this woman, you're obligated to her until she dies. Imagine how much that would make us really value sex if we understood how serious it was. You know what I'm saying? So these are things that we need to recognize, that these are the things that's going to heal us and bring us back to life. This is why it's important for you to do it. But if you don't do it, certain things happen. Watch this. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 27. Drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 27, and then we're going to read that, and then I'm going to end it out. Deuteronomy 27, verse 26, I want to say. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 26. Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them. No, good is the man that doesn't follow these laws. Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them. It says you're going to be cursed if you don't confirm all these laws by doing them. You'll be cursed. Is curse a good thing? Do you feel like the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians is cursed right now? As a whole? We can gun down at a rapid rate, you know what I'm saying? Sitting over trying to escape reality by drugs and drinking, etc. Because we're cursed. We're not doing what God said do. God said you're going to be cursed if you don't live. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to want to hate your brother in your heart, you're going to be cursed with violence in your hood. If you choose to want to lie to one another, you're going to be cursed with division from each other. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be cursed with all these things. So what do we have to do to reverse the curses? Read and what? And learn, and then what? And then what? Apply. Don't just read and study it, but actually apply it to your life. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said, cursed be he that does not confirm that all the words of this law to do them. How do you confirm that something is good for you to do? By you applying it to your life. The only way I can show you that working out is good is if I stick to it for 2 months. Then you're going to start seeing the benefits that come from working out. That's the same thing with God's laws. You're not going to see the benefit in stopping smoking cigarettes off of one day, but once you stop doing it for a while, then you see the benefit in not smoking. You know what I'm saying? You see the benefit in being patient with one another because you guys start to build with each other. So we got to apply these things to the best of our ability. Go ahead and give me this. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 94. I am thine. Save me, for I have sought thy precepts. We're God's, and we're saying, save us, man. As we seek your precepts. The precepts is the commandments of the Most High God. As I'm trying to follow you, save me out of the conditions that everybody else is going through. Make it to where I don't go in those conditions. Make it to where I escape all that. Go ahead. That's right. I am thine. Save me, for I have sought thy precepts. The wicked have waited for me to. All right. This is the verse of 97. Oh, how love I thy law. You got to love God's law. You know what I'm saying? His law is the truth. You know what I'm saying? It's the way on how we need to move and what we need to do. You got to love it so much that you think about it continually and apply it to your life and teach others to do the same, right? So, oh, how I love God's law. Me and these brothers love God's law so much that we come out here to feed it to our people, and we don't get paid for this, man. You know what I'm saying? It'd be cold out here. There's people trying to fight us for coming out here teaching these things and stuff like that. But we love God's law that much, and we love our people that much, and we love God that much, that we're going to come out here and feed our people with this good fruit, this good wisdom and knowledge that they need. That's how much you need to love it too, brother. It is my meditation all the day. All day we're thinking about his law. It's our meditation, man. If you've seen our group chat, brothers is throwing scriptures in there and building left and right, man. I can call this brother when I need a precept. I can call this brother when I need some type of wisdom. I'm always thinking about it and keeping my mind meditated on it by listening to it or reading or what have you. You got to meditate on God's laws day and night, right? Go ahead.
Right. Thou through thy commandments has made me wiser than mine enemies.
It says God's commandments, his knowledge, his wisdom and understanding will make you wiser than all your enemies, man. You know what I'm saying? And I used to bang out here. And a lot of my enemies that used to be my enemies come to me and say, no, you wise, you smooth. They ain't even my enemies just off of how I'm speaking and what I'm saying. It makes them say, yeah, I don't want to get down with this dude. I want to actually learn from this dude. I never thought that would happen. And God said he'll make your enemies your footstool when you come back to living how he said do. And I have testimonies of that happening in my life, man. Go ahead.
For they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers.
Then you get more understanding than all your teachers. I was in special ed my whole life. I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to really write. You know what I'm saying? The most things that I was spelling was 3-letter words or 4-letter words. That's the most I was, writing was 3-letter words and 4-letter words. I didn't know how to do these things. But as I actually got into this wisdom, I became wiser than my teachers. My family looked at me one day and said, where did this come from? You used to be retarded. You were stupid. You didn't know what you were saying. And now you're out here teaching grandma that used to teach you the Bible. Now you're out here confounding people that got PhDs and college degrees, man. I become more wiser than them because I have the foundation of wisdom. Their wisdom already originated from the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's good or bad, it still originated from the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
I understand more than the ancients. Because I keep thy precepts.
I understand more because I actually apply God's laws. I keep the precepts. Precept means commandments. I keep God's commandments, so I understand more. I understand more because I do it, so I know what's good for me. Right. They don't understand how good it is for me because they don't do it, so they're not going to understand why to even study it. But I study it and I actually live it, and I understand it because I apply it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I have refrained my feet from every evil way.
Refrain my feet from every evil way. Instead of me walking down talking about brims this, brims that, nigga, I said, no, I ain't doing that, man, no more. Instead of me talking about who got the second and where's the next bitch I could ravage, you know what I'm saying? I said, I ain't gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'll refrain myself from every evil way. Go ahead.
That I might keep thy word.
I can keep God's word. That's why I chose to do it, because I love God this much that I'm gonna show him I'm a ride or die for him and not just for myself. Not for my hood, not for anybody else, but I ride and die for him. Go ahead.
I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me.
I'm not going to depart from God's judgments. God's judgments teaches me, you know what I'm saying? And we go through judgments every day. So you could drop that. So with that being said, understand you're an Israelite, a mighty, powerful God and a king. You know what I'm saying? That's connected to the almighty living God. When I call you God, I'm not saying you're the almighty living God. I'm saying you're connected to the essence and the presence of God, which makes you a God in your rightful due. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, understand you're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You're a God and a king, and start to study so that you can present yourself as such. That makes sense? Got any questions for me? Most definitely. You know what I'm saying? What was your name again, Trill? Trill Bayan. Definitely a pleasure, man. Bayan. It means understand, brother. Most definitely. Thanks for giving me time. Too. Boy, you got it. And then, or Rockwell, you want to get in? Huh? You want to get in? Speak. Yeah. All right, you can get it last. You get it last. Hey, I kind of skipped this is the first thing. I'm trying to go back, but I kind of make sure the rest. It went exactly how I wanted it to go.
Right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, wa Malak Yahushai. Right, that is to say, all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God in His Son name, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, real name Hamashiach Yahushai. Right, and we the Israelites, man. We come out here to wake up the Israelites to their true identity and have them through the Spirit to make a change in their life that's for the better and not for the worse, right? While we change and work on ourselves on a daily basis as well, right? Give me 2 Corinthians 13:5. Give for me Jeremiah 1:2. I mean Jeremiah 10:2. Right? Because they got this folly day that's coming out, right? Or that's about to happen soon, right? And winter solstice, right? It started on the 22nd, right? Which all this little next 2 weeks is really nothing but wickedness, right? You think that it's full of joy, greatness, gladness, but it's actually not. It's about celebrating demons, devils, witches, and warlocks, right? So don't think that, oh, I'm in the Christmas spirit. No, you're in the folly and a lion spirit. 3 weeks from now, you're going to hate the same person you claimed to love last week. When you get a little bit too much of eggnog in you on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, you cussing out your cousin that you claim to love and brought a present for, right? So all that stuff is fake love, man. It's synthetic, man. It's not original, right? Let's learn how to originally love our people and God the right way through the prophets and the servants, disciples and apostles that the Lord has set up, man, nowadays. Right? So read that.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 5. Examine yourselves.
Do what?
Examine yourselves. Whether you be in the faith, prove your own self.
Do what?
Prove your own self.
It says examine yourself and prove yourself whether you be in this thing, man. Right? Because a lot of people, they don't like to examine themselves. This is why they even invented therapy, man. This is why the Lord made us have counselors, right? Because we don't want to examine ourselves, but your counselor or your therapist, they're going to look deep inside of you, even to the parts that you don't want to see, right? But you got to be the first one to examine yourself. Don't let another person know you better than you know you, man. Right? That's folly and madness, man. Right? But it only happens because our people neglect to examine themselves. And then it says, why do you need to examine yourself? To see if you really be in the faith, and then prove that you're in this faith by doing what God said to do, man. Right? But 93% of society today is about to celebrate all these folly days, man. And even half of the people that's in the walk that we walk in probably still gonna do something off in this holiday season, man. Man, I'm just going out there to see the fireworks, man. I ain't doing much. Man, bro, sit at your house, man. Catch a couple fireworks from the crib. You know what I mean? Like, sit in the crib, man. Bust out your Bible, right? Go rebuke somebody that day, right? Because a lot of people, man, they about to get into this spirit on accident, on purpose, man, right? And all you're doing is serving Satan. That's it. If you're not serving Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, you serving Satan.
Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves? How that Yahweh HaMashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates.
If that you don't know, if you don't know that Yahweh is in you, you're a reprobate, man. Right? And you don't want to be that guy that just don't give a damn, man. Right? You sinning and you don't give a damn, man. Right? That's sad, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And you ain't even checking in to see if something is wrong, right? You know, your Sabbath day, you ain't even checking in to see when it is, right? The new moon, you ain't even checking to see when the next new moon is, the next feast day is, when the next time brothers gathering together. Checking on the brother. Go, hey, look, man, I'm about to go bowling, man. What's up, man? I'm about to go by myself. You want to come through? Hey, man, I'm about to go give the word, man. You want to come through, right? This is the spirit that brothers need to be in, especially in this season and in this time, man. Right? Because you don't want to become a reprobate, man, to where you start sinning without even realizing you sinning, right? But we need to stay in the faith. Drop that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
What the Lord said?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
And that's the thing that's about to come into earth right now, man, is to everybody to be doing the ways of the heathen. They didn't even learn. Our people, we've been programmed from such a young age. We didn't even learn the ways of the heathen. They was instilled in us from birth, man. Right, so now we have to unlearn the ways of the heathen, right? And it's a beautiful thing once you start doing that, because you realize how much you done disrespect the Most High God, man. Right? And this folly day that's coming up, man, is the ways of the heathen, man. Actually, today is a way of a heathen, man. It's the winter solstice, man. Right? Where they used to go kidnap people and rape people, man. Right? Men, women, and children. You feel what I'm saying? So there's no reason, and sacrifice to certain deities, man. Go look up all the deities that these people, the Greeks and the Romans, used to serve during the winter solstice, man. Right? This is how you get the one guy up in there. It wasn't Barabbas, but it started with a B, man. You got one guy that they were serving. They tried to call Paul and Silas those guys, man. Right? I mean Apollos, yeah, Apollos and Paul that, right? But nah, that was another one, man. It was it started with a B. But nevertheless, give me Judges chapter 2 and verse 11. And that's it on that. Give me Deuteronomy 11 and 16. Right? Because the Lord already put us on game, man, not to follow the heathen. Right? And we started following the heathen. Then we started loving the ways of the heathen, man. And guess what? Some of us loved the way of the heathen as soon as we got out of Egypt, man. Right? As soon as we got out of Egypt, we like, damn, bro, they was feeding us every day. You don't remember how many times they beat you last week? Nigga come out of Egypt talking about, bro, I'm hungry, bro. They had the cucumbers, the fish, you know what I mean? Bro, you don't remember dude just hit you in the back of the head with a rock and you had to sleep there for 2 days? Right? You know what I mean? And now our people, we got the chance. We in Egypt, but we could get out of Egypt mentally, and they don't want to take that chance, man. Right? They don't want to bet all their money on God, man. Rather, they want to put their money on man, right? But the Lord done told us already not to follow these ways of the heathen, man. Right? Not to follow their custom. Don't go into pagan idolatry. But look at us, man. Look at us, man. The main people that do it and do it the greatest, man. Who you think really started making these matching Christmas outfits popping, man? Black and Hispanic women with all the cakes, shaking it with the damn Santa Claus all over them, man. You feel what I'm saying? Now it's a thing where black women rule the household, Spanish women rule the household so much, you ain't getting no tootie cat if you don't put on these PJs. You know? Go ahead.
The book of Judges, chapter 2, verse 11. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord and served Balaam.
Yeah, and now you started serving Balaam, man. Balaam is a priest of Baal, man. Right? Balaam is a different deity that we're not supposed to be serving, man. Right? And look at us, man. We serving we might as well be serving that damn person again, man. Right? Because all it is Satan worship. If you're not serving God, you serving Satan, period.
All right, read on. All right. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt.
Right, go.
And followed other gods, and of the gods of the people that were round about them.
And the Lord told them, bro, don't go kill them. I'm already going to make it easy on you. I'm going to send some wasps through there. I'm going to drive them out slowly. But all I need you to do, when y'all go take the land, kill the rest of them all. Get the rest of them out of there. No, what Israel do? Nah, that Hivite, man, that Hivite kind of look, weak, right? That kind of, that Jebusite, man, woman, man, ooh, my goodness, right? No, man, get rid of them damn devils, man, right? Because now, look, your ass deceived, right? Doing whatever, in the next book, man. Right, I mean, the book before this, man, we was following them people heavy, man. Hey, sister, you ever thought of if God got a chosen people or not? You ever thought about if God had a chosen people or not, or everybody got people? You don't know? You ever heard that you was a chosen person of God? No, you got time to talk about God? Yeah, you do. You got a little bit of time. Hey, come get this flyer, sis. Come get a fly. Okay. All right, next time. No, it's all right. You might scare her off. Go ahead. Okay, next time, sister. Okay. Okay, for sure. All right, go ahead.
And followed other gods of the people that were round about them and bowed themselves unto them.
What?
and bow themselves unto them.
And that's problematic, man, because when we get into the Christmas tree, right, guess what you doing, man? You bowing down to that tree, man, to get your presents, man. Why is it a such thing for the presents to be right under the tree? Why the present couldn't be on the table? Why you couldn't walk in the door and give the presents? Right? Why you couldn't just throw the presents at people? Right? Like they do in the damn football game. Why you couldn't just put them in a t-shirt gun and start just shooting everybody with the damn present? Right? Because there is a ritual and the origin of this day, man. Right? And it's all to worship the rod of Nimrod, man. Right? It's nothing but penis worship, man. And our people don't mind that. Our people don't mind that. Why? Because they worship penises anyway. Right? They worship vagina anyway. Right? So they have no problem worshiping this damn tree, man. Right? Go ahead.
And they forsook the Lord, and served Baal and Asherah.
They don't serve that, and this is where you get into the different the star gods, man. Asherah. What is Asherah? That's I believe that I could be wrong. I'm not even gonna say that because Asherah should be Ishtar, right? Or Asherah is I think that's the fertility god, right? But I could be wrong. Y'all could go look it up. Asherah, right? Look it up on Google. Go ahead.
And the anger of the
That's dealing with like strippers and worshiping a stripper pole, the groove, and
yeah.
so yeah, it's a fertility.
Okay, yeah, fertility god, Ashtaroth, man. They later turned it to Ishtar, right? Go ahead.
And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel, and he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them.
And that's why we got it over here in this damn land, man, because we didn't listen, and he delivered us unto the hand of the nasty ass white man, the Caucasian, the devil that the Bible speaks of, literally, right? Why? Because we didn't listen, man, and we still don't listen today. And we can't even get 5-10 minutes out of our day to get the proper understanding of who we are and what we need to do. And also who we need to trust in, man. Because right now, y'all trust in the damn white man. There's no way you don't, because you damn telling your kids lies, right? They got one person, they put flour in the damn whatchamajiggy. They're shaking it like damn Santa walked to the Christmas tree. You're putting the presents under there with Santa name on it. No, goddamn well, right? You done put that damn name on there. You bought that present, right? Ain't no fat man coming down your chimney, man, right? You show me a 300-pound dude coming down the chimney, man, right?
And that goes back to the 6 things God hates, man. He hates a lying tongue, man. And all they're doing is lying to their children, you know what I'm saying? Lying to themselves, lying to their children, and it's not good for their health. Nah, man, that's pure sin, man. And that sin bringeth forth death, man. Right? And then the death have a sting. When you sinning and you die, it has a sting. Your death's gonna hurt, man. Right? But those like us, man, we not gonna take, Lord willing, Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, we not gonna taste of death, man. Right? Because we keeping these commandments and we repent on a daily basis, man. So when we die, Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, we gonna say what Christ talking about, man. Death, where is your sting, man? Right? Because more than likely, we're going to get our head chopped off, man. More than likely, we're going to get blasted. We're going to get blasted teaching the word on the street corner, man. You feel what I'm saying? More than likely, bro, it's going to be so quick, we ain't even going to understand what happened. And the Lord will be right back up there with the Lord, man. Right? Oh, praise it to the Father, man. I don't care how I get up out of here. Just come back. I'm sick of this. Look at that. I'm sick of this. How the hell? Boy. All it took was a musket, and them little skinny motherfuckers got us, man. And he delivered them into the hand of the spoilers that spoiled them, and he sold them into the hand of their enemies round about.
Man, that's ridiculous, man. You can and that's what it is today, man. And really, like the scripture tells us, we sold ourselves due to sin, right? Give for me Deuteronomy 29:26, and hold for me Deuteronomy 16:4. Go ahead.
This supposed to be Deuteronomy?
Yeah, what you got?
Oh, damn, I with the numbers.
Oh yeah, Deuteronomy 11:16. Right. For you, Deuteronomy 29:26. Yeah, and then Deuteronomy 16:4. God. All praise to the Father. Go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy.
God, so we need to realize, man, that the only way for us to get up out of here, man, is by us following these commandments, man. Right? Just like the Lord told us, man, in the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse number 17, man. He said, you don't have to say it's either 17 or 21 or 21, 17. Right? He said, you don't got to say low here, low there, right? But the kingdom of heaven is within you. Why? Is it within your obedience and faith in Jesus Christ and your persistence and endurance that we gonna get the kingdom, man. Right? You grow the kingdom. You grow the kingdom within you, man. Each one of us, man, every day that we keep laws, man, and don't sin, we're growing the kingdom, right? The kingdom is a manifestation of your works and something that God just always wanted to give to us, right? So that way we could be like him and look like him and high look in the heavens, man, right? But yeah, go ahead, read that.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11, verse 16. Take heed to yourself that your heart be not deceived.
It says, man, we have to take heed to ourselves that our heart don't be deceived, man. Because when you don't take heed to yourself, man, you get deceived literally easy. Right? Easy. Because everybody, this is why they call us what? Sheep. Right? People, easily led people, man. Right? Because everything that we see, we think is true. Everything that we see, we think is real, man. Right? Hey, brother's on Forex trading. He doing stocks. Look how much money he done made. Nigga, you been Forex trading for fucking 5 months and you still ain't hit 10 grand yet, right? It's either that is fake or you ain't good at it. You feel what I'm saying? Or the Lord ain't bless you like that. You feel what I'm saying? Most of these people, man, they faking it, bro. They faking it. They renting out stuff. They going on cruises and talking about that they done made it. You know what I mean? Then you sitting here following after these people, man. And now you stuck on stupid losing money, man, right? But it's because we putting our trust and our faith in something that cannot save us, man, right? Only thing that's going to save us is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua through the faith and keeping commandments, man, right?
That's right.
Go ahead.
And ye turn a side.
And then you turn aside, man. Go ahead.
And serve other gods.
And what?
And serve other gods.
It says somebody gonna deceive you and have you to go serve other gods, man. Our people don't know that they serving other gods by serving these gods of Christmas, the Christmas spirit, man, Christmas holiday, man. You know what I mean? These people don't know that, right? That they serving these damn devils, man. Right? Go ahead.
And worship them.
And what?
And worship them.
And now you accidentally worshiping them, like I said, by getting the presents from under the tree. We all needed socks. Every time I got socks, I was happy about that. We all needed sweaters, man. I was damn happy about the sweaters, man. But you could have did that for me on any other day, man. Right. I had to wait all the way to Christmas. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing that made that time special is because, nigga, I needed socks that year. You know, and I needed those. And that soap came in clutch. You know what I mean? But we don't have to do it like that. We can serve God the right way instead of being deceived to worship other gods, man. Right? Don't go celebrate Christmas and worship these other gods, man. Right, go ahead.
And then the Lord's wrath be kindled against you.
And now y'all gonna get jammed up, man. And just know, man, when the Lord send a proper warning, he could really F you up, man. Right? After this, the people that heard my sound of my voice and they heard exactly what I said, whether you want to understand it or not, right? Once you heard this, man, the Lord has every right to F you up after me saying, don't celebrate Christmas as celebrating another God and worship of another God. The Lord gonna mess you up. It's simple as that. He said, first come the warning, then come destruction. Right. Right. So don't get mad when your ass get jammed up, man. Right. If I gotta get jammed up for my little slip ups, you definitely got to get you, man. Lord willing, man. I want him to have mercy on you. What's up, brother? But Lord willing, man. Hey, brother, it's good to see you again, man. Yeah, maybe you'll give us the time of day again. Right, go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 26. For they went and served other gods and worshiped them.
What?
And worshiped them.
We never stop, bro. We get good seasons and then we get a whole long bad season, right? So we done stopped serving God again, bro, and we started serving other gods, man. Right, go ahead.
Gods whom they knew not, and whom he had not given unto them. And the anger of the Lord was kindled against this land to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book.
And hey, look, man, that was the land of Jerusalem, but guess what? All these curses is about to come right on America, man. The second Egypt, the spiritual Sodom and Egypt, man. You cannot get away, man. Esau cannot get away, man. You gonna get your judgment, man. It said double her cup up, double, right? For all the sins that she done did on this earth, man. Right? And to everybody that followed her and drunk over of her wine, man. Right? Meaning her learning or her doctrine. Everybody that accept the LGBTQ, just know you got missiles coming to you too. Right? Go ahead.
And the Lord rooted them out of their land in anger and in wrath and in great indignation and cast them into another land.
And then, so the Lord came, jammed us up, right? The Lord came, jammed us up in the book of Jeremiah, right? And cast us into a whole nother land, man, right? Also in the book of Isaiah, and then cast us into the other land. What land? The Babylonian land, right? And under their rulership of the Chaldees, man. Right, and then what other land, man? The land of the Assyrians, man, and Syria, right? And we had to serve them in their lands, man. And where else after this, man? Right, the land of Arabia, man, where a lot of you niggas try to get this damn Islam from, right? But you don't even know, man. You're not serving the actual Allah, the power of the Hebrews, man. You're serving a rock, a cobblestone. They have deceived you, man. Right? To make you bow down and worship the wrong God 5 times a day. Right? You have been deceived, man. Right? And in this new year, you're gonna be celebrating Janus, man. The God that leaves off from the past and goes into the future, man. Janus, man. Look it up. The God of January. Right? Go ahead.
And cast them into another land as it is this day.
And now we still here in this other land, right? As it is this day. Why? Because our people do not want to repent and follow Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. And even the people that try to, man, I think, it's my crazy mind, man, I think y'all not going hard enough, man. Right? As in giving your all, man, because the Lord said what? You have to deny yourself and follow me, man. It says, the man that loveth his life shall lose it, man. Right? So you working on the Sabbath day, you loving your life, man. Right? You working on the new moon, you loving your life, man. Right? You not taking off on the first and the last day of the Feast of Tabernacles, you loving your life, man. Right? And you got a lot of brothers do that, man. You taking off your fringes to go into the workplace, you loving your life, man. Right? And the Lord says that you're gonna lose it if you continue in that way. There's more on that?
No, that's it.
That's all I wanted on that. I gave you a precept. Oh, I gave you 16 and 4, right? Kai, you still holding it? Kai, oh yeah, you just read that. Give to me Joshua 24:15. Give me 2 Kings 17:23. Right, and I'll end off right here. Oh, and hold for me, James. Yeah. 24:15. And then hold for me, John, St. John 12 and 28. Oh man, come on, man. We got a time limit. All right. Yeah, read it.
The book of Joshua, chapter 24 and verse 15. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve.
And that's the thing. It seems evil to our people to serve the Lord. This is where our correction to ourselves need to come in, to where we got to say, okay, if that's who you want to serve, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, do your thug dizzle, right? But I just was sitting here to warn you. But the people in our family, the people that's close to us, we got to tell them the same thing. You're going to have to choose this day who you serving. Who you serving? Is you serving Yahweh, or are you going to stay on that damn side and serve Satan, right? Because if you ain't serving God, I'm going to say it again. If you ain't serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, the God of this Bible, you are serving Satan. Right. Right? That's right. Your side that you choose, if you want to be ignorant, you serving Satan. Right? If you just don't want to learn nothing about God, nothing at all, if you want to just be lack of knowledge, ignorant, you serving Satan. Right. If you want to serve Satan, you serving Satan. And then if you serving Yahweh, you serving Yahweh, man. And that's it, bro. There's no in the middle. God know me. He know my heart. Fuck your heart. God damn it.
Choose ye this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
Who we gonna serve?
We will serve the
Yahweh.
Lord.
We gonna serve Yahweh, man. Say it again. We gonna serve.
We will
gonna
serve
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
We gonna serve Yahweh.
We will serve Yahweh.
That's right. That's right, man. Right? Because Lord got power, right? But Yahweh got all the power, man. Right? And I pray and I hope, man, that Yahweh in this stuff fast, man.
Yes,
If I gotta
right.
go through another goddamn Christmas, man, I swear I might lose it, man. Right? You people need to return to your God, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, right? And serve him and none else, man.
Yes,
Right?
right.
Give me John 12 and 28. Get this. No, get that.
All right, this is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord.
I gave that to him. Damn, give me second King 17, Baba Kusha. Don't worry about it, King. Give me second King 17. Baba Kusha, and still hold that John, the water. Right?
2 Kings 17.
And 23. No, 33. Salaki. 33.
The book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, 16, right?
17, 33.
There's no 33 on 23. 2 Kings 17, verse 23. And Elijah took the child and brought him down out of the chamber into the house and delivered him unto his mother.
That's first King. God damn, y'all struggling with this short time, man. Damn.
All good. All good. Going exactly how y'all want it to go.
Kai, give for me Isaiah 42 and verse number we're gonna go verse number 23. Right, Baba Kushal, quick.
2 Kings chapter 17, verse 23. And it reads, until the Lord remove Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all the servants, the prophets, so was Israel carried away of their own land to Assyria,
Where?
to Assyria unto this day.
Unto this day, man. Right? And now we in the new Assyria, man. Right? Under the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Right? But the Lord already prophesied it before, man. Right? By the mighty prophets. Oh, we already read it twice in Joshua. Well, more than that. But in Joshua and in all different books of Deuteronomy, man. Right? Go ahead, keep going.
It reads, verse 24, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, from Cutha and Ava, and from Hamath, and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel.
Right, and they took the land of Samaria away from our people and placed them there. Guess what the people of Israel was doing under all those nations of people? Being subservient, man. Right, same thing we doing right now, man. We working for damn Elam. We working for the damn Chaldeans, man, which is really Edomites and Ishmaelites that done damn changed their name, right? We working for damn Africans, man, in different sections and different parts, right? Go ahead.
And they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling there that they feared not the Lord.
Right, and then they started to fear not the Lord even more, man. Even the new nations that went in there, they didn't fear Yahweh, right? So they was jamming up the land of Samaria. That's it on that one. Get that for me in John. 28.
The book of John, chapter 12 and verse 28. It reads, Father, glorify thy name.
What he said?
Father, glorify thy name.
And the Lord coming back to burn down all y'all Christmas trees, man. Right? Every Christmas tree and every head that's under the damn mistletoe, the Lord is coming to chop off and burn, man. Right? I'm sick of this damn thing. Look at this dumb shit, man. Right? I'm sick of this thing, man. Right? If it was up to me, these things would be burned down, man. I'll get in the spirit of who that was? Josiah, man, right? Knocking down and burning down everything after I read the law. Right? But it just so happened the Lord wanted me to show mercy like he's showing mercy. You feel what I'm saying? If not, I would have took a couple grenades, couple rocket launchers, and been blowing stuff up, man. Right?
I have both glorified it and will glorify it again.
And this salvation is going to be way better than the first salvation that we had. So remember, when he glorified this time, man, it's going to forever be glory. Right? Go ahead.
This the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 23. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord, he against whom we have sinned?
It says, man, who have given unto the spoils and the robbers? Didn't Yahweh do this? Yes, he did. Why? Because you guys don't want to listen to the laws of God, man. It don't got nothing to do with me and the brothers that's up here every week, right? It has everything to do with the words that's coming out of this book, man, right? You're not listening to the laws of God, so that's why we're spoiled as a people. Read.
He against whom we have sinned, for they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore he hath poured upon him the fury of his anger.
And that's why we still jammed up even to this day, man. And with that, I want to say, Kwam Shala. Kwam Shala. Kwam Shala. And that first one was kind of rough. Go ahead, Jay.
Hallelujah.
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 Whoever wants to hop in and read. Instead of the midway point, backtrack. Doing the middle, beginning, and end. All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to say call halal. Abanawa Yahweh. Ba'ashim Mashiach Yahweh Shai. That's all honor, glory, and praises to the Most High God in the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, that damn dog-haired beatnik that y'all love so much.
That's right.
We the Hebrew Israelites, offshoot of many sects, but this one right now for tonight, being chosen 12, coming in here week in, week out, hoping to bring you some perspective, but more than that, not just subjective, but objective truth. That's what we're trying to stand on. And that's what the Lord made as it is. And that's what we're hoping to bring you tonight. And hopefully get you out of all this wickedness that's coming on for these damn winter folly days that y'all don't even know what any of it's about. Driving around handling business, I know it's a bit of a personal testimony, but it's a damn sad sight to see. I mean, you know how that goes. What is that? Surely a person make a wise man mad. You know what they say in Proverbs, man, is that surely oppression makes a wise man mad. And no matter how much somebody wants to deny it because they're tired of hearing it, yes, we're an oppressed people.
You Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, you Israelites of the Bible. Unfortunately, they took the chains off, but they didn't take the chains off your mind. Another subject that we're going to get into. And a gift destroys the heart. Sure, they can feed you for a day, but does anybody teach you how to fish? Does anybody teach you how to prosper? That's why, these damn shelters are so temporary. Driving through these streets and I don't see nothing, and I'm seeing brothers and sisters still down and out. Only this time around, they're down and out and they're cold as hell right now, sleeping out in these streets. It's a damn shame. There's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed. My people are what? My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Why are they destroyed? For lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
That's right.
So because we've rejected a certain amount of knowledge, a certain type of knowledge, we as a people have also been rejected. But it's not just any kind of knowledge. You can get all kinds of knowledge in this world, but then it always depends what that amounts to. If it amounts to nothing, if it amounts to something. But what knowledge have we rejected? Not just any kind, but we rejected the knowledge of God.
That's right.
That's right. Thou shalt be no priest to. All right, ready? All right. Because thou hast rejected not the knowledge, I will also reject thee. That thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Right.
And that is the big major problem. One thing that I've been talking about previously is that our people live empty. We have something missing. And because we've forgotten the law of our God, this prominent knowledge that we're missing, that he's forgotten us. Without it, what do we got? But then you have to know exactly what it is that it benefits for you. It says that our people are destroyed. And because we forgot this knowledge, that's what's missing. This law of God. And what it is that means for us is over here. Because without it, we're going to end up a certain type of way.
Precept.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. What destroys the heart? A gift destroyeth the heart. A gift destroys the mind. Because, like I said, what's that old saying that they basically bit off of? Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but then teach a man to fish and he'll know how to get his own. All right. So if you give somebody a gift, then yeah, they're straight for maybe a couple of hours, but then they don't have the knowledge to go get it for themselves. So when a gift destroys the heart, that's dealing with the la'ab, that's dealing with your mind. When a gift destroys the mind, somebody thinks it's sweet out here. They don't know about the knowledge that they need to get it for themselves. And when it says that we've forgotten the law of God, then we've forgotten everything in it that it teaches us that is supposed to make our ways prosperous to begin with.
That's no good.
So when you got Pastor Porkchop over here just telling you, man, you got the blessings, you got the overflow, you got the blood of Christ, that's your gift. And it's destroying your heart. It's destroying your mind. Because he wants to tell you that you already made it to the finish line, but you ain't even started the race. You ain't even tell your pastors and anybody else who's spewing the same garbage, false doctrines telling you to, hey, have a good Christmas this year and have a good birthday while you're at it, spewing that same garbage, they're holding you back. They're not even telling you how to start repenting. Hey, how you doing, OG? You got a minute? All right, man.
Hey, you need a flyer? You might check it out one of our flyers. I got it. You already got you.
All right. But if you read about it, just know that you're an Israelite. And that we need to come back to the law, statutes, commandments of God. We can't just say we're blessed, man. We got to do what it takes to be blessed. And, and blessed is he that readeth.
Yes, right.
And that's a place to start. And you know why? Because if we just do the exact opposite, if we don't read, we don't learn. And if we don't learn, we don't apply. And if we don't apply, then we don't get ahead. And what happens if we stay stagnant and don't do nothing because we don't have the knowledge to apply it to ourselves? What happens if we don't have the laws of God? If we turn our ear away from hearing the law?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verses 13 to 14. Whoso despiseth the word shall be destroyed.
It'll be what?
Shall be destroyed. But he that feareth the commandments shall be rewarded.
He that feareth the commandment, if you put respect on the commandments and you learn them. Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Y'all got 5 minutes for God? Learn something today? Maybe we got some good news for you. You got 5 minutes. Where you got to be at, right? So how y'all doing tonight? Would you guys say you know this, that, and the third? Maybe a little bit about the Bible? What's up? You believe in God? All right, cool. So somebody asks you, hey, do you love God? You say, yeah, you'll say, yeah, right? But then they say that love is an action. It's not just words, right? So then how do you show somebody that you've never seen, that you've never met, that maybe felt on occasion, but if you haven't seen them, if you haven't interacted with them, how do you show this person, that not just this person, how do you show this creator of heaven and earth? How do you show this God that you love him? Let's do that in Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Actually, let's get this in First John chapter 5, verse 3.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 5, verses 2 to 3. By this we know that we love the children of God, when we love God and keep his commandments. For this is the love of God.
Now, love once again is an action. It's not just words. So then it's saying that this isn't just any old love that you just hear from just anybody. This is the love of God, as is written by prophets in scripture. So how does God define this love?
It says, for this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
So God says, man, you want to show that you love me, then you keep the commandments. And the commandments aren't grievous. They're not hard to do. What? Don't bow down to any other god. Honor your mother and father. Don't bring any shame to them. Be patient with one another. Say, hey man, what was it? Don't hate your brother in your heart, your people in your heart. But at the same time, it does say to rebuke your neighbor if they're doing wrong. Hey man, I wouldn't do that if I were you. Don't lie. Don't steal. Don't commit adultery. Probably learned about that one later. Also, and keep the Sabbath day. That might be a little bit more technical.
Hold this real quick. My fault. Give me 1 second.
Hey, sisters, do y'all know anything about Christmas? Where do you guys think that Christmas came from? Come here closer so I can hear you. Just a little bit closer. Sorry. When Jesus was born. So I got a question for you. Do we go off of what somebody tells us what Christmas is about, or should we go off of what God said Christmas is about from reading it? Do we go off of what we read, or do we go off of what somebody says? What would you trust more? Would you trust what somebody tells you, or what you read?
In the Bible.
Huh? What you read, right?
So with that being said, I wanted to show you what Christmas is about. It's not about Jesus Christ's birthday. There's only there's two mighty wicked people in the Bible, and they celebrated their birthday. And God said not to celebrate your birthday because it's how you worship somebody. Are you supposed to worship somebody or worship God? So on your birthday, what happens? They sing songs to you, they give you gifts, etc. That's a form of worshiping somebody. God said not to do that. So you can never find in the Bible where it said to worship my birthday, where Jesus Christ celebrated his birthday. So that's one way where they're showing that they're wrong. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10. I want to see if this sounds like Christmas to y'all. Y'all tell me if this sounds like Christmas. And you got that? You got my phone? Yeah. Okay, got you. Yeah, I just wanted to show you one thing about our people. What's your guys' ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking? What's your ethnicity, like your race? You Hispanic, right? Mexican? Mexican, right? Check this out real quick. Come here real quick right here so you can see the sign real quick. What we're doing is we're trying to bring black and brown unity to our people. So on this side is what men call us. Men called you guys Mexican. But on this side is what God called us. God called y'all the children of Issachar. Children of Issachar is God's chosen people, his mighty people. And you guys will be princesses from the tribe of Issachar. You guys are mighty powerful people. You know what I'm saying? The Mexicans, which are known as the Aztecs or the Mexicas, if you look into your history, I want you guys to look into the history of Mexicans. They go back to the Aztecs and the Mexicas. The Mexicas said that their great ancestor was Issachar. Right. So you guys will be from the tribe of Issachar by bloodline. And off of you guys being from the tribe of Issachar, there's one thing that we have to do. We got to follow what our God said do and not what the men that say God said do. All right? Well, tell me if this sounds like Christmas. Go ahead and read that. Start at verse 2.
All right, this is the book of Jeremiah. The book of Jeremiah 10 and verse 2. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
So God is speaking through Jeremiah, saying everybody of the house of Israel, which you guys will be from the house of Israel by bloodline. I would be an Israelite. I'm from the tribe of Judah. You guys are from the tribe of Issachar. You know what I'm saying? But we're all from the various 12 tribes that the Bible speaks of. The Bible's our history book. It's not a religious book, right? So with that being said, God is speaking to our people, and he's saying, hear the word. That's why it says, hear the word of the Lord. Do we listen to the word of the Lord or do we listen to the word of men? Word of the Lord, right? And his name would be Yahweh. That's how you would say Lord in Hebrew is Yahweh or Adawan, but his name is Yahweh, right? Go ahead.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
I said, don't learn the ways of how the people move. Don't listen to how the people said move. Don't do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Do what God said do. Go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
And don't be amazed at the signs of heaven. The signs of heaven would be like astrology. You know how a man might meet you and say, hey, what's your sign? What would you tell him? When somebody asks you, what sign are you? What would you tell them? Huh? Yeah, your zodiac sign. They will ask you, what zodiac sign are you? What would you say? Huh? My fault, it's hard to hear. Gemini, right? God said not to do that in the Bible. That's what astrology. They get all the zodiac signs from the stars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? God said don't do that. That's what the other nations do. I didn't call you a Gemini. I didn't call you a Leo. I called you my chosen children from the tribes of Israel, from the various 12 tribes, right? And you guys have your signs from being from the 12 tribes. Your sign will be a so-called donkey, representing a very hard worker. Who outworks the so-called Mexican people? Nobody can outwork you guys. You guys are the strongest hustlers on the planet Earth.
That's right.
And that's not a stereotype. That's actually a blessing that God gave y'all, right? So God said, don't be amazed at the signs of the stars. Don't be at all like they do, right? Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Everybody else wants to live their lives off of the universe and off of the signs. Don't do that. God created the universe. He created the stars and stuff. We shouldn't worship the creation. We should worship the creator, right? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we got to worship God, not the things he made, right? Go ahead.
For the customs of the people are vain.
The customs of people are worthless. It's worthless to do what they said do. You know what I'm saying? To worship Christmas or to worship the zodiac signs, all these things are worthless and it costs you money out your pocket. It's not good for you, right? It pisses God off. And would you say that God is happy with the Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, or would you say he's mad at us? Just off of how we live. Would you say we're cursed or would you say we're blessed? Like, is it good in our hoods? You know what I'm saying? Or do we get gunned down at a rapid rate, thrown in cages at the border? Do we go through a lot of pain here? So That's because God's mad at us. He said, you don't want to listen to me? I'm going to put these tassels on your behind. I'm going to keep whooping you. I'm tired of God's whooping, but God is whooping us because we don't listen. It's time for us to start listening to God so we don't have to see our abuelitos and our grandmothers and our grandparents going through pain and agony and turmoil, as well as in our hoods, us getting gunned down at a rapid rate, all these things. Don't you want to see that stop? Right? We want to know. Go ahead, but keep reading.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest.
Now we're going to see if this is talking about Christmas. Go ahead.
For one cutteth the tree out of a forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe.
Don't they cut down a tree, you know what I'm saying, in the forest and bring it into your house? Ain't that what we doing Christmas? Cut down that tree with an axe, right? Go ahead.
They deck it with silver and gold.
Don't we deck it with silver and gold? We put all kind of ornaments on that Christmas tree, don't we? Is that what we do? You know what I'm saying? Does that sound like Christmas right here? Right? Go ahead.
They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not.
And then we put nails and hammers at the bottom of it so it stands up straight so it doesn't move. One, we're destroying God's creation, which we're taking a tree from living and killing it just so we could put it in our house to put ornaments all on it, you know what I'm saying, to worship it. This is why they put tree. This is why the brother was saying this earlier, but this is why they put Christmas presents under it. So you bow down to it. You got to bow down to get them presents. Right. That's you bowing down to a tree. And God said, don't do that, because that's what the heathens do. It started all the way back in ancient times in Egypt. They would worship a tree or to give commemoration to a man named Nimrod. Right. You know what I'm saying? As well as now they do it for the winter solstice, where on Christmas they used to rape their daughters and their children and rape men and beat men and kill people all on that day. It was a very horrible day, you know. And now America has picked it up and chose to say it's about Santa Claus coming down the chimney that's about to give you
Same thing.
same thing, about to give you certain things. But mind you, when you move when you move a letter in Santa Claus, it actually says Satan. So really you're saying Satan's claws. You're worshiping Satan without you even knowing you're worshiping Satan. How do you guys feel about that? Off of what I'm saying? Does this make sense, or do I sound crazy? And it's okay to call me crazy. I'm not gonna get mad. I sound crazy, or does it make sense? Makes sense, right? God said not to do these things, right? When you look into you guys ever heard of your parents saying don't being superstitious? Like, don't you break a mirror, you get 5 years bad luck, all that stuff. Have you ever heard that before? You see a black cat, you got bad luck, right? With that being said, when people put a Christmas tree in their house, it's a superstition of, if the tree falls down, we're gonna have a bad year all year. But it's a tree. This tree has no life, no power over you. How is that going to hurt my life? Me breaking a window, how is that going to hurt my life, bro? Me seeing a black cat that God created is going to put bad luck on me. These are things we have to get out of, right? We have to recognize that we're the children of Israel. Give me this real quick. Drop that. Give me this real quick. And then I'm going to let you get it back. I just wanted y'all to recognize that you guys are Israelites from the tribe of Judah. From the tribe of Issachar, from the various 12 tribes, and we have to stop worshiping what America said do, because it's making God mad. What is it? Where is it? Pagan holidays. Hold on. What was it? Exactly? Oh, 8 and 1. My fault. Give me 1 second real quick, and I just want to read this one last one to you. 8 and 1. 1 and 1. That's right. 8. It's 1 and 8?
1 and 8.
1. Zechariah 1 and 8.
Zechariah 1 and 8.
Is that the one where it says pagan?
Pagan holidays, yeah.
I don't see it. Is it Zechariah or Zephaniah? Zephaniah. Okay, for sure. I got you that. That's the one verse 8. All right, go ahead and you read me this, God. Okay. So watch this real quick. And what's your guys' names, if you don't mind me asking? Callie, you guys are heading home, right? All right, y'all make sure y'all get home safe too. It's too late for y'all to be out here. But with that being said, my name's Bayan, and these are my brothers up here, you know. So go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 8, in the NLT. On that day of judgment, says the Lord.
On God's day of judgment. And God's judgment can come upon us at any time. His judgment could be a good judgment to where you get blessed, or you get a lot of money and things just go good for you. Or a bad judgment can happen to where you stub your toe, you break your arm, or you die in a car crash or something. So on the day of God's judgment, and God's judgment is coming very soon, the ultimate judgment of this place being destroyed that we call America. God's about to destroy this place. Would you feel like that's about to happen soon? Off of everything that's happening right now? Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I will punish the leaders and the princes of Judah, and all of those following pagan customs.
So God said he's going to punish all those that follow pagan customs. If you go to your Christian church, your Catholic church, whatever church you want to go to learn about God, ask them, is Christmas pagan? And they're going to say, yes, Christmas is pagan. God said he's going to destroy everybody that is following pagan holidays. We got to get away from these pagan holidays. Go ahead.
Verse 9, yes, I will punish those who participate in pagan worship ceremonies and those who fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit.
Because in those pagan holidays, there was a lot of violence and deceit in the ancient times of where these things came from, right? So mind you, God said that he's going to destroy all those that follow pagan customs. Halloween is a pagan custom. Christmas is a pagan custom. Easter, Valentine's Day, all these holidays that America tells us to follow that God is cool with, God's actually mad at. And it shows all throughout all throughout the earth. Look at reality. There's nothing but pain, chaos, and turmoil because God is mad. And we're listening to people on what God says rather than reading what God said. God said he's mad at us. Would you say God's mad at us right now off of us seeing everything that's going on? Or would you say, nah, he's happy with it? He's mad. He wants us to stop following man's ways and follow his ways. I want y'all to understand that, you know, I want y'all to study in these things and be the powerful princesses of the daughters of Zion that God created you to be. The Bible's your history book. Don't just believe what somebody says. Go and study and get facts. Because a lot of people lie just to get in your mind. You want to not allow them to get in your mind. Be smart. Because you guys are powerful princesses. But I ended off on that. And if you got something to say to them, if not, you can let them know.
No, I got nothing. Thank you. Thank you for your time, ladies. Y'all get home and be safe.
Issachar. Check out that flyer.
From
You
the
have a
tribe
flyer, right?
of Issachar. Yep. It's back in Deuteronomy 28, right? That's the one. Back in Deuteronomy 28, man. I get it. They're over here like putting deer and headlights. That and we're doing 20. We're doing verse 1 and then verse 48. Yeah, it's gonna take about 10, maybe 5 to wrap this up. That's fine. Anyway, back to what we were saying. It was saying back in Proverbs 13:13 that anybody that turns their ear away from hearing the law, much like right now, will be destroyed. If you don't listen, how are you going to know? Because if you don't listen, then nobody tells you, then you don't know. Then you don't read, then you don't apply it, and then you live a life without it. And it was very clear in Deuteronomy, 27, last verse, that those that don't confirm all that is written in this law will also be destroyed. So true to its words, if you don't apply it, then you won't receive those ways of life. But I digress. I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go and break down exactly how you'll be destroyed. But then let's also see the upside of what happens when you keep the commandments, when you fear the commandments as it said. Because it also said in Proverbs 13:13 that if you fear the commandments, if you respect them, study them, apply them to your life, you will be rewarded. How is that? How does that work? Let's explain it. How y'all doing?
Okay. It's the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his all of his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Hello?
Above all God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So once again, because a lot of people don't seem to like this idea, especially this idea of favoritism, that God loves the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Man, those niggas? Yes, sir. Chiefly much every way. But this is for you, you children of Israel, you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as they call you today, because we lost our name. But it's still there. You just got to know about it. You just gotta know about it within yourself. You just gotta look in the mirror. You gotta look in the Bible. You gotta see that in yourself and know that you are a child of God. In the place where they said that they're not the people, but you are the sons of the living God. You Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. You men, women, and children, all of you. If you keep these commandments this day, then the Lord. It says that the Lord thy God will set you on high above all other nations of the earth. But all you got to do is keep 613 laws, statutes, and commandments, right? But it said back in Proverbs, also in verse 15, that if you turn your ear away from hearing the law, you'll be destroyed.
Right.
27, chapter 27, all the way to the end, also said that you'll be cursed. Anybody who doesn't confirm this law.
Right.
But what more does it say in 28 and 48?
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness.
So if we don't keep these laws, these curses are going to pursue us. They're going to destroy us. It's going to send enemies against us. We're going to need food from them because they destroyed our food. We're going to need water from them because they take it all. And we're going to need clothes from them because they're the ones with all the stock. They take it all. So that way you get it from them. And so you think highly of the people that took shit from you. Ain't that wild? And we're about to open up the canal right next to Panama. Hey, we're about to take it. It's about to become like the 51st, whatever. And then everybody cheered, but nobody gave a damn about it before. I mean, are we not all the, I mean, it's like the North, Central, and South Americas, but whatever, nigga. I guess you didn't have control of that. But back to the point. We have enemies, and God was going to send these enemies after us if we didn't keep the law. We were going to be cursed for not confirming the law, and we were going to be destroyed by our enemies. We're going to be destroyed as a people because they took it all from us. But it's not really so much them, it's the fact that God cursed us to have them take it all from us.
Right.
Because we forgot the law of our God. And he forgot us. And he took all of his blessings with him. That you Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans swear up and down you can do without. And then look at us. Bottom of society. The very opposite of being on top of the world. So let's go back over 48 again.
Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
And a yoke of iron has most definitely happened. A yoke of iron has been put upon the necks of our people. But it says until that we've been destroyed. Again, talking about it, we ask ourselves, we've asked each other, exactly what point do they take the yoke off? And at what point is it decided that we as a people are destroyed? It's when they take the yoke off that we're no longer destroyed as a people physically, because they couldn't do that so easily. And on top of that, they needed us. They needed the strong children of God to build up their nasty ass worldly empires. But they took the yoke off when they destroyed our minds. Speaking of which, Psalms 83. You got this. Okay. So we were destroyed as a people at a certain point because they have a yoke of iron on us, and yet there was a stopping point where it wasn't just being destroyed physically, because they could do that all the day long, but they still couldn't get rid of the sand of the sea. You know what I'm saying? So what did the enemies do more to us? Because man, like what was it, Zephaniah said, man, they furthered the affliction. And just how bad did they do it? Because we forgot the laws of our God. Because we decided to go after other gods. Because we can't forget that our hand that we had in this. It's all about accountability. And that's a big thing that we try to get to our people. They don't want to hear it. And we'll get into that next. Trust and believe. But let's get this right now. See how our enemies forwarded the affliction.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh.
Man, God, please don't just spend all this time being quiet. David said, man, please don't just be up there on that throne doing nothing. Come on, man. Help us out.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
Those that hate us have lifted up the head because they notice that we've been lacking, that we've been tripping, that we haven't been keeping the commandments.
Right.
They did say, hey man, if you can catch them messing up, we can get one over on them. But if they're keeping the laws of God, man, they got God on their side. And that's what you need right now. Y'all need the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. You Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans. He's your rock. He's your shield and your sword. But without him, we ain't got nothing. Because he's got it all. And all we have to do is ask him for it. But all we have to do is do what he said do.
Right.
And then he'll make all things possible for us. After all, he's the Heavenly Father, and he chose you. So how can we spurn that?
God, reading on. And it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why. Because it's saying, let's break it down a little. Not only can we catch them lacking on keeping the commandments, but let's cut them off from being a nation. Let's break down a nation that was comprised at the time after Moses led us out of Egypt. About what we estimate to be about maybe 1.5 million. I know it says not to keep count, but we're just over here guessing. We cut ourselves off from being a nation. We stop keeping the commandments. We start stealing. We start bearing false witness. We start murdering, and we start our own people, no less, and start going after other gods, and we start getting cursed for it.
Right.
We start getting messed up. Even some of our land dries up, and our cattle goes away, or a plague comes upon us. The Lord sends curses if you don't keep your commandments. Cursed is he that doesn't confirm.
Right.
So that's another prominent reason why we need it. But on top of that, if we get cut off from being a nation, let's break it down. Before it's a nation, it gets even smaller. We start becoming a bunch of divided communities. Much like the Northern American indigenous, the Native Americans who became all different manner of tribes. And although we hate the colonizer, yeah, we also can't deny the fact that we was over here banging different patches of land and killing each other. Many of our tribes, many different ways that we've been doing this to each other. We've been messing up because we forgot the commandments. We even forgot our God. And we started making the likeness of animals and creatures. This, that, and the third. We were doing all kinds of madness. Everything God said don't do. So we were cut off from a nation. We started becoming small packs of communities. And then we started becoming villages. And those villages got burnt down. And then they came after our hidden ones. They came after our hidden ones. They took our women. They took our children. And then they even got us to a point where they said, the women and the children don't even need the men anymore. Come here and
Come here, bow yourselves down for your enemies that take everything from you. And we thought that's where it's good. And what more than that? We went after the way of the heathen. And we started going after their customs and started celebrating their damn Christmas, this, that, and the third, and whatever these damn colonizers could come up with. And we forgot the ways of our God. Read on. Let it come out for the nation. Verse 4, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now let's cut it off there because there are a number of nations, but that's not the point because the Most High is still in control of it all. So for no less than a couple of hundred years, and even before that, we've known nothing but pain and death. So let's talk about life for a second. Let's start getting the bad news and start bearing a little bit more of the good news. Let's even it out.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of God, Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever.
So for a little time.
Forever.
About 500 years.
Forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
It says that all that keep these commandments that endure forever shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. I mean, going back to what brother said earlier, it's Deuteronomy 12. It's only for our good. It's only going to bring us to life. Not murdering brings us to life. Looking after your neighbor's belongings, getting his ox or his sheep out of a crack in the earth, bringing them back is going to keep us alive, keep your stock going. Looking after your neighbor, not bearing false witness, not causing problems. All these things in the law, and especially the dietary law, is going to keep us to life. Stop eating pork and crustaceans primarily. Do yourself a favor.
That's right.
And follow the ways of life.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Turn thee, O Jacob, you Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans known today, but are actually the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. Turn ye, Jacob, you tribals, you people, our people, and take hold of it.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
And why does it say that? Because the law is light, commandments a lamp, right?
Right.
But without it, it says that such as leave it shall die. Oh, other than that, you didn't get to get only 30 and nothing. So without the laws, statutes, and commandments, we're going into the ways of death. What does it say? Romans 6:23, that the wages of sin are death. But going more into that, what is sin? It's the transgression of the law. That was over there in 1 John 3 and 4. So we got to stay away from sin. We got to stop transgressing the law. We got to keep the law. We have to respect the commandments, apply the commandments, study them. And then hopefully we'll have some good success going on. Ain't y'all tired of catching hell every day? So start keeping the commandments and just see how that changes. I promise it's going to bring you positive change. And that comes from a testimony.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verses 19. It says, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before thee life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
Not only for your good, but it's also that you and your seed may live. Deuteronomy 4 said it to pass it down, teach your sons' sons. Don't forget the things that have happened, the things that your people have seen. So don't forget about these things. Let it be good and let it be life for you
so that you and your children can live. It's the ways of life. So start keeping it. And stop celebrating these damn folly days.
Right.
To hell with Christmas. And to hell with Thanksgiving. And to hell with that damn Halloween too. All of it. Start coming back to the ways of God. Change today. And with that, I yield.
Power, power, power. Power, man. Very beautiful speakers, man. Very beautiful speaking, man. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, we're going to say, Kwame Asherullah. Kwame Asherullah. Kwame Asherullah. Kwame Asherullah. Kwame Asherullah. Kwame Asherullah. That's all. And I'm going to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God. In the name of His only begotten Son's name, who only calls Jesus Christ. Real name, Yahweh Shai. Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who got next?
We got next.
Who's the king?
Yahweh.
Who's the king?
Yahweh.
Who's the king?
Yahweh.
And death to America.
Death to America.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I don't know how to do that. I thought I did. I got